there is the allure of another bull. And then there's 29, just like her mom, full of sass. Wanted to check on this Dominion bull that we gave a shot to the other day. And we got our little True Justice heifer. You were supposed to be a bull, but you weren't. But that's okay. You can still stay. You can still stay. I'm not picky. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals. All right, it is the day after we did our massive yard clean, which took way longer than we thought. But most of that was because we didn't think we were going to be able to pull out as much stuff as we did. But at the end of the day, it was really great. And today it's in the mid-60s for mid-March, which is kind of crazy, but honestly, we'll take it. So everybody's still just kind of chilling out. This area is really dried out. And then the boys, it'll take a little while, but these guys will clean off. And this is humped up so much, it actually is pretty nice. And then once these guys have been in here for a while and out there starts to dry out a little bit, then we'll open the gate. We got 3 calves that we have to process today because it's been a little too long. And I see Phantom is standing right next to the gate, and I think I'm gonna see if I can grab her because she is, or at least was, looking to be pretty close. I at least want to take a look at her. Come on, girl. Nope. No. I think we'll grab her. I think we'll come on. We'll bring her in. That's not going to be the end of the world. One more animal. Plus, we got that green feeder set up. It's a lot easier to have a couple in the yard. Probably one small negative from leftover from yesterday is there's a lot of muddy aftermath that we'll have to contend with. Like this part of the driveway in front of the green feeders. Yeah, that's a sloppy mess. So one of the big questions I've already started thinking about, barring some kind of like major change of thinking, you know, we have the 2 cows that had aborted, and then we have the 2 cows that lost their calves. So both unfortunate incidences, and they're both young cows. And yes, the cull market is really good, but we really don't want to get rid of them, partially because they are young, they are nice genetics, and they lost their calves to no fault of their own. So the big question is who do we AI them to? I wrote my list out, and it looks like it's going to be the perfect number of 10. And the only reason I say 10 is because a lot of bottles of the meds to help set them up to sync them come in doses of, like this bottle, you get 10 doses. This bottle, you get 10 doses. Most cedar bags come in packs of 10. So 10 is just a really nice number for that first round. So I have a couple. I think I should have like 2 shots of High Life left. I have True Justice. There is the allure of another bull. I think I still have technically some Eagle, but might hang on to that. I only have like, I think 3 shots of Eagle left, but might hang on to that for a couple of years, because we've used Eagle a bunch, and there's just so many other good bulls. This would be another chance to try something. I mean, kind of kicking around, maybe looking at Reserve from Gen X, maybe pulling the pin and trying Gibbs Essential. I know I've kind of ragged on him in the past, but only because I wanted to see his mature picture. How did he mature? Because what Gen X had on there before, I was not a fan of. But his numbers are good. His sons look good. He has all the accuracy in the world behind him. I just didn't like the way his his young yearling picture looked. I wouldn't mind seeing what he looks like mature on the move. He looked decent. I saw a video, actually I think Gibbs sent me a video of him as a yearling, and he looked better than that picture, definitely better than that picture that Gen X had. I just didn't like the way it looked. So it's just my own personal opinion. But I like the way he definitely has improved, or he looks pretty darn decent as a mature bull. So giving him a try, possibly. Reserve, I think, looks really good. Barb being one of them in that group, I've already got some Kingpin already ready for her to go. And then I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to AI share, and we'll put Kingpin on her too. So it got so soupy here from us driving on it all the time, pulling out here and then making that turn right where he is now, that there's actually like a 1 foot deep hole like right there. So I just asked him to just do like one really light float, almost like floating concrete, trying to bring that moisture to the top. If anything, it smooths it out and then lets the moisture, the water, actually just start floating and roll down over the top. Come on, buddy. It's all right, Ma. 92 pounds. Got him. Okay. 87. Keeper. That's a far cry from 104 from last year. 87. And spunky. Oh yeah. Spice life. 101. 101? Okay. Speaking of that Dominion bull calf, I'm going to give him a little bit of meds. He seems pretty droopy-eared. Not like droopy-eared, but just dopey. Now, I know he's pretty mellow like his mom is, but he seems a little bit more than just totally mellowed out. Just maybe a smidge of droopy ear. So I'm going to give him some meds. I don't want to get caught behind something on a guy like that, because he's doing really well. He's growing well. He's thick as snot. So we're going to give him a little bit of meds, hopefully perk him up and get ahead of anything that might become an issue. Yeah, so he's right there. I mean, these guys definitely aren't in bad conditions. This is still really dry, but he's definitely just seems to be a little bit dopey. It just could be his attitude, which is fine. And then you've got this kiddo, and I'll give you like 2 guesses who her mom is. And if you see the 29 on her tag, yeah, that's this photo's kid. I think she's gonna end up staying around for a while. Huh? You gonna be just like your mom? All right, let's give this guy a shot. There you go, buddy. Yeah, I wanted to give half on one side, half on the other side. But sometimes with any medications, you'll get like, they call them lesions, I think technically. They're just like a little bump. It's kind of more just a sore. That's why you do it in the neck. That's part of the beef quality assurance stuff. And then I always like sub Q, so it's just below the skin. But I think he'll be fine. I just wanted to I want to get ahead of something. I'd rather get ahead of it than have to try and play catch up. Playing catch up with calves sucks. Hey, how's it going? All right, Tuesday afternoon. And another nice day. A little cooler though, but that's all right. Sun's shining. We're gonna do a little bit of moving some calves around to let them get outside. And we also have decided that we are done with corn silage. Come on, kiddos. Let's go, guys. All right, so we're over here by the wood, the piles of wood, the pine pile, and then some other stuff that we kind of saved. We've got a little idea that we're going to try and make a, not necessarily a creep panel, but kind of make a spot so the calves can go under a board and have their own area, so that if the weather goes kind of south, rainy kind of stuff, they've got a nice decent bedded down area that we can focus bedding just for them and have a few pairs, 3-4 calves, enough spot for them to lay down. We just need a 16-foot 2x10 or 2x12, which we got. We just got to find one. All right, so we've got things hopefully a little bit straightened out in here. At least gives us some flexibility and gives the calves a better spot. The calves now have all the calves. One pair went outside in the loafing shed, and then Peasy, her kiddo, the one with the bum knee is right here. Her and then 10 and 913, they can go outside. But what we did for them to give them a good spot to get out of the weather, to get out of the mud, is we set up a little spot here. So we had an old 2x12 and we just screwed it. We've always had this up. There was a little gate that was right here. And so we left this. We never took it down. Honestly, because we figured we'd probably just have to break those off. And it was like, it wasn't hurting nothing. So we screwed this guy to here and then screwed it to the post down there. Put a chain there just so that if the cows start bumping on it here, this guy's got some support and hopefully doesn't break. And then we put this guy here to help strengthen this up, this joint, and then also the calves can come in and out on the end. And then we can bed this down really nicely. Nice fluffy hay. It's just grass hay, so it's, for them, it's probably going to be warmer and more comfortable than any corn stalks. So, but it gives us also the chance to have free reign of every pen that we want. Even if we ultimately need this pen right here, we still have it. The cow just doesn't have that much space. And then all these cows can eat out of the green feeder. Well, he definitely looks more perky than yesterday. Ears are up. Kind of got that same look as pretty much the day he was born. Like, hi, what do you want? Okay. That's basically been his attitude from day one. And I have seen him run around, so it's not like he's not active. But and then there's 29, just like her mom, full of sass. Hey, how's it going? All right, Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, so this held up pretty good. I know a couple of cows were laying like right on the edge, and they probably were reaching underneath for some hay. But we're gonna put some stalks out here, like a half a bale out here, and then the other half we'll put in the front half of this pen. So the barn will get bedded down. I wish I had my camera rolling, because came back just to, well, Dad's putting a bale out, but wanted to check on this Dominion bull that we gave a shot to the other day. And we got our little True Justice heifer. You were supposed to be a bull, but you weren't. But that's okay. You can still stay. You can still stay. I'm not picky. But yeah, he was just jumping around. I think he's doing much better. All right, buddy. Not that I want to watch him take a dump, but those are always good signs, you know. Watching poop, it's not a pastime, but you get a lot of info from watching the poop of animals. All right, so we got the stalks out here. I've got it back to that back gate down there. And then I still got to get hay over here. And the cows, their job is to spread it out. I got to flip a valve. Got to fill up the water tanks. Like I said, nothing too fancy today. I don't show you guys everything, because half the time all we do is feed. Just trying to show you guys the unique stuff on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, this red one is solid. So if somebody wants a really nice red calf out of this cow, we got one. Apparently, somebody found herself a very comfy spot in the corn stalks. So, yeah, I think she'll be there for a while. Hey, how's it going? All right, it is Thursday afternoon. It is freaking gorgeous out. We are in the 60s for middle of March. Odd, but I'll take it. I'm out here by myself today. I'm gonna go through these cows first before I feed and find out if I need to maybe sneak anybody in. I don't think there's anybody out here that's urgent, like today urgent. All right, everybody's checked over, no issues. So let's fire up the tractor and get rolling. We got the bale for the girls in the back. And since I'm by myself, one little thing that I actually do a little different that we don't do when there's both of us is I'm closing this one red gate. So the bulls are right here. I'm closing this gate. So this is my CYA. I'm covering my ass right here. So just in case when I open that red gate, if for any reason they're actually hungry enough and they want to come through, 9 times out of 10 I don't have a problem. But it's that one time that you don't want to be prepared for. So cut these strings. We'll drop that bale in there. I think I'm gonna dump the shell in a little different spot. Just see which spot looks the best. And then I also want to get off and take a look at that Dominion bull calf again. Another thing I'll do is I'll unchain this gate, get it just enough so it's not open all the way, and then I'll actually bump this with the tire and open it that way. Well, I'll bump it with the bale, then the tire. Let's go. Hip, hip. All right, so I took a little bit more of the shell off because they did have hay in here. Hey, Duffer. Hey, kiddo. Because with this really nice weather, these guys are kind of camping out here. So hopefully they'll spread it out. This is a little damp, but it's firm. It's not horrible. But just want to check everybody out, especially this dude right here. Right here. Oh yeah, hey buddy. everybody is fed. That goes pretty quick when you don't have corn silage. But these cows that are in here, they get a little bit of grain. I mean, honestly, it's probably a pound, like a pound or two a piece. You know, it's yeah, these guys get a little bit. It ain't much. Basically, it's enough so that if I bring out a bucket, they'll go where I want them to go. So it's a treat. It's not really a feed supplement. It's more of a treat. And it's also that reminder of like, hey, remember the bucket? Remember the bucket? It comes in handy. And these guys are doing really well. We've upped them just a little bit. We do everything in terms of 5-gallon buckets. We kind of know about how much our 5-gallon buckets weigh. They're about 30 to 35 pounds with the grain in them. So without the corn silage, we've added an extra bucket. Those guys just have to figure out that they can go over there now, which he has. Because he's a pig. I mean, he's a cow, but, well, he's a steer, but, I mean, he's a pig. All right, happy Friday. It is Friday afternoon. It is pretty darn nice out. It's in the 60s. A little breezy, but, you know, hey, I'll take it. We did have a new calf very early this morning. I think it was must run around 3 o'clock. And I'll show you that in a little bit. Phantom in the back pen. We did get a bunch of rain this morning. Like literally when I walked in the office, as soon as I walked in the building, it was starting to sprinkle. And the drops got bigger and bigger as I walked to the building. And it just downpoured as soon as I walked in, so. All right, so that's Phantom's calf down there. It is red. That's about, looks like kind of a combination of either a Fleck or a Hereford, which is kind of funny. Looks very much like a Double Bar D Blue Storm son we had a couple years ago. Her teats do look like they're pretty clean, so hopefully he got on. She's got kind of an aging bag. It's kind of tilted high in the front, low in the back. I've started to wonder sometimes if calves like actually over time wreck the bags, because it's usually easier to get that one that's closest to them. So that usually ends up being the front two. So I wonder, like, over time, do they just end up wrecking the bag? But she's held up really well as a cow. And there's probably still enough milk in those front two to kind of get him going until he gets up enough gumption to get on the back two. And it took a peek over. It does look like the Dominion bull that we gave a shot to the other day. He's over there. He's getting a meal. So I think he is definitely doing okay. I was actually going to record me popping the shells in here, but I forgot to hit record. But took off a little bit more shell off of that bale than I normally would have, and then popped the other shell for the bale that went upstairs. So these guys will obviously eat this a little bit, spread it around, but that'll help keep that dome a little dry. We actually did not get hardly any water in the barn. We lucked out. Might have got a little bit, but I ran to the side. I have got to pick up pace a little bit. I just got to feed the bulls and then I'm done. But it is Friday. It is the end of the day, and we're going to call it the end of the video. Hope you guys liked the video. As always, hit that thumbs up button. Supports the channel, supports the video. Show us that you like what we're doing. That is my ringtone or my notification. I love it. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, because that definitely helps support the channel and what we do here at Ohrmundt Simmentals. And as always, thanks for coming along.